Hey, this is John Lee. Today is Sunday, May 18th, 2015, and today I am on my way to Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, world famous. I believe they have a location in California, but they also have a really nice location here in New York City in Midtown Manhattan, right in the heart of Times Square. I'll be going there for the first time ever. I believe they have over 200 different wax celebrity models and oddities. And they also have, I think, a Marvel Cinema 4D movie experience as well, which I may or may not get a chance to check out. So, for those of you who've never been to Madame Tussauds, this may be an interesting video for you, and I hope you enjoy it. See you in a few seconds. The streets are packed. We've got the mascots out in full force. There's Dora the Explorer, there's Luigi, Minnie Mouse. Hi, how are you? Oh, I'm not. Yeah, it's not a photo, I'm just a. Cheese.
Alguien tome la foto.
Let me just take a picture, full picture. Come on, let me just take a picture, full picture.
Okay, no, well, it's actually recording video, so we're good. That's Mickey Mouse.
Come on, Daddy.
There's Dora the Explorer.
Oh my God.
All right, I am surrounded by classic mascots from Disney and Nickelodeon and Nintendo. Oh, what was that? Oh, thank you. Actually, I am a New Yorker, but I feel like a tourist today.
All right.
Yeah, no, I do live here. Yeah. All right, thanks, guys.
Daddy.
Let's see. You can see it's typical of Times Square on a Sunday. Everyone's out shopping or window shopping or going out to meet somebody or having fun. This is why I love New York City. This is my favorite part of New York City, Times Square. Times Square wasn't always this way. It wasn't this touristy attraction. It used to be a really sleazy, like one of the sleaziest parts of town. You'd have drug dealers, hookers, all that stuff. It's completely the opposite now. It's like a very kid-friendly area. It's sort of like Vegas, except without the adult parts, I guess. Alright. Just walking along, you'll see these caricature artists. I almost thought I was going to do this one day at some point when I was in high school. I used to be an artist. Had a lot of fun drawing caricatures. Got reasonably good at it. I haven't done it in a while, so I am extremely rusty. I could probably do it again, but I'd probably have to spend some time warming up for maybe a couple of months. Never had the guts to go on the street and do it though. Maybe one day. Right, here's the Amsterdam Theater. The musical they're playing is Aladdin, as you can see, and there's a couple of Broadway theaters around here. They actually had Spider-Man, the Broadway musical, around here too. But there were so many problems with production and like injuries, from what I heard of, from the High Wire Act and all that stuff, that eventually they had to shut that production down. Which is too bad. Superheroes are so big nowadays. There's McDonald's. A very ritzy looking McDonald's. More mascots. Out in full force, there's Tickle Me Elmo. More caricature art.
How about
Caricature art. $5 a portrait. That's a pretty good deal. Of course, the pictures they have advertising for the caricatures are never as good as when they're actually drawing you. But still impressive nonetheless. Alright, so here's Madame Tussauds. Today they have as the opening demo model Morgan Freeman. He's actually pretty tall. It looks like he's at least 6 feet, 6'5" maybe. He is tall. Anyway, this is Madame Tussauds, and I'm just waiting for some friends to get here, and we will head on in. Alright, this is John Lee. We are in Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. It's actually pretty dark in here. I don't know if you can see the video, but there's Leslie. Say hi, Leslie, to the YouTubers. You're gonna be famous on YouTube. And here next to me is Waldy. Say hi, Waldy.
Hi.
And here is Andy.
Andrew.
Say hi to the YouTube people, Andy.
I'm
Andrew. Andrew or Andy? Do you like to be called Andy or Andrew? Andrew, okay. That's Andrew. That's Leslie's brother. And here we have the youngest one who's actually no longer in her seat. Looks like she made a break for it. She's already running for, looking at the water fountain over there. Say hi, Denzel. When's your next movie coming out? Not saying anything, huh? No comment? Okay. Leslie the celebrity. Hey, J-Lo, when's your next single coming out? Want to go out with me? Who needs Mark Anthony? Alright, here's another celebrity. We have no idea who this is. It might be Julia Roberts. It might be Julia Roberts, but I think that is Julia Roberts. That's not... That doesn't look exactly like her. Kim, when are you gonna ditch Kanye West and get with a real man like John Lee?
He has money.
Oh, is that all? Is that all? He has money. Kim Kardashian and Waldy. Oh, both of you are rocking it. You could practically be sisters.
I wish. To get it all made, right?
Brad and Angie. I'm the star of their next movie. They're just my co-stars. Sofia Vergara.
Sophia the first.
Sofia Vergara. Wow, she is tall.
She is tall.
Oh my god. Very tall. Sophia, what's your number? Want to go out with me sometime?
At least you can start. You don't say it.
I don't want to sexually harass the dolls. I'll get in trouble. I'm thinking this guy is, he sort of looks like Johnny Depp. I'm not sure if this is Johnny Depp, but he's some famous movie star. He definitely makes more money than I do. Oh, this is George Clooney?
Yeah.
No way. This is not George Clooney. Oh, God.
Cancelled.
I'm sorry, but you don't quite look like George Clooney.
He does.
George.
No, he does.
They need to put a little more of a stubble on his chin. I'll be starring in your next movie, right, Rob? I got some acting skills. Man, what a good-looking guy. Hey, Bet. How's it shaking? I haven't seen you in the movies lately, but you're still a big star. Now that is a pretty good likeness of Bette Midler. Patrick Stewart, Make It So. Work Factor 5. I want to suck your blood. That's Bela Lugosi. Bela Lugosi, Frankenstein.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's pretty cool. Famous actor from the 30s and 40s. Comedian actor. Hey Marilyn. That doesn't quite look like Marilyn Monroe.
She used to be downstairs with a red dress and red lipstick. She looked more real.
Oh,
How
really?
many times are you going to take selfies?
That almost looks like Madonna. No, this is Madonna.
No, that's pretty fun.
Oh, that's Marilyn Monroe?
I think so.
Oh.
It's blurry again.
You know who this is, right? Marilyn Monroe?
I heard of her.
You heard of her, okay. Alrighty. Howdy, Pilgrim. Is that a gun I see before me? This is Mr. John Wayne, the Duke. One of the most famous actors in American cinema. He did a whole bunch of westerns and war films. Yeah, he did a a lot of movies. I think his prime was back in the 50s, maybe 40s, 50s, 60s. He was kind of going downhill. But everyone remembers the Duke, John Wayne. What's a girl like you doing in a place like this?
I know, right? Howdy.
Howdy, little lady.
My turn.
E.T. phone home. E.T. phone home. Let's see. Let me get your good side. From E.T. the Extraterrestrial, a movie directed by Steven Spielberg. I don't remember that scene in the movie. That's Steven Spielberg with Andrew. He has a beard and glasses and a hat. This is Steven Spielberg. Steven, I don't have any acting skills, but can I be in your next movie?
Natalie.
Leslie's creeping up behind. 007 himself, Mr. Daniel Craig. And they got his likeness really good in this one. Yippee-ki-yay! The star of the Die Hard films and a lot of other movies. He's getting up there in years, but he can still do an action film every now and then. I think his last film was in The Expendables.
How many selfies are going to take?
Mr. Bruce Willis. How many wax figures do they have here? I'm gonna try to get all of them. Whoopi Goldberg. I think this is from her role in Sisterhood. She is now one of the hosts of The View with Barbara Walters. And I think recently, I can't remember the other host that recently joined. But yeah, she's still out in the public eye as a host of The View. Whoopi Goldberg.
She's famous.
She's famous, right?
Yeah.
You heard of her? Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg. Katniss from The Hunger Games. This is Jennifer. Her name is Jennifer something or other. I can't remember her last name. She's pretty hot right now these days in Hollywood. I think they just came out with their third movie. Do you know what her name is?
No.
No. Do you know what her name is? Yeah. Nobody knows what her name is, but she's famous. Lucille Ball. She married. She's from the I Love Lucy show. Very famous comedian who passed away some time ago. She married Desi Arnaz, who ended up cheating on her, and I think they divorced. Or maybe they didn't. I'm not sure. Yeah, very famous star of the 50s, 40s, and 50s. Lucille Ball. Uh-oh. Waldy's on the job. The mystery's about to be solved.
Until she retires.
Until she retires. She's calling her stylist. This guy is from the HBO show Mad Men. I forget his name. I've actually never seen the show, but I know it's very popular. It's a 60s, it's set in the 60s in the advertising industry. Lots of smoking on that show. What's this guy's name? Anyway, star of the Mad Men. Leslie just starred in her new show with all these celebrities. And so she's interviewing with Jimmy Fallon. And you're Andrew. Jimmy Fallon just picked up a co-host, Andrew.
He's actually the news guy.
Yep, he's the news guy. It's The Tonight Show with today's guest, Waldy Payamps. Yay! Miss Oprah Winfrey. Here is Miss Up. Get your good side, Oprah. She is one of the most famous and wealthiest celebrities in the world. I think she's worth like $400 million. Go, Oprah. All right. Looking very important.
Breaking news! Somebody actually lost their old book bag. I'm serious.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Someone actually did lose their book bag.
Yeah.
Leslie is on the job with the latest news.
No, seriously, who lost it?
Who lives in the ocean, under the sea, SpongeBob SquarePants. Get you some video, Leslie.
The one who got the goatee.
SpongeBob SquarePants. I don't know who this is, but he's kind of creeping me out. I think this is Charlie Chan, maybe? I have no idea. Ernest Hemingway, a very famous author. He wrote,
There's a fisher over there. I'm serious.
I'm Slenderman, I pop out everywhere.
I'm getting photobombed. Albert Einstein. Mr. E equals MC squared. Albert Einstein. Still looking good for his age. He must be in his he must be like 150 years old by now.
Leslie, ponte con.
You can predict the future with this. Ooh,
I'm going to predict the future right now. Tomorrow I have school. Yeah. But we don't.
Oh my god.
Famous automobile manufacturer, Henry Ford. This is Princess Diana of Wales. I never understood why she was so popular, but very famous London, England royalty. Hey dude, looking good. Helen Keller, famous blind author and media personality. Back in the 40s and 50s, I think.
John.
What?
You know that actually looks like you when you.
I know, you know, it does kind of look like me. This is going to be me in about 50 years. Here's Pope John Paul. Bless you. Bless all of you. Nelson Mandela, folks.
Thank you.
Well, I've just met all the world leaders. Mr. George Washington. Looks like he's not having the best day today. But this is George Washington, the first president of the United States. All right, our future president of the United States. It's actually two presidents. They're co-presidents. Leslie and Andrew, co-presidents of the United States. Oh, looks like Andrew's overthrowing Leslie. Okay, there we go.
Thank you.
Typical politicians getting along with each other. All right. Oh man. Barack Obama, Michelle Obama. No chance of my getting in there. That one's a popular one.
Oh my god.
Making that New York skyline look good. It's Leslie.
I'm scared.
This is way back when in the 1920s and 30s when they were building these huge skyscrapers. New York was under heavy development. And here's a typical union construction worker. They would be sitting up hundreds of stories up in the sky without any real protection as they were building these huge skyscrapers.
He's my favorite guy.
Yep. Gotta love that hat. That's still in fashion, these types of hats. Woody Allen, how you doing? We love your movies. Of course, he ultimately married his daughter by law, Sunyi Previn, and I guess they're happily married and having kids. But a very nasty divorce with Mia Farrow, his ex-wife. Woody Allen. Tony Bennett was a famous, or still is a famous, New York singer. Also a big star in Las Vegas. You don't see him too much nowadays. Way past his prime. But very famous singer, along with Frank Sinatra and that group, the Rat Pack. This is Kelly Ripa of the Today Show, I believe, one of the co-hosts, and her former co-host, Mr. Regis Philbin. He ultimately left the show and was replaced by Giants legend Michael Strahan, who's now co-hosting the Today Show. Can't forget the Babe, famous New York Yankees baseball player. Now this is a good Marilyn Monroe. That really looks like her. Hey Marilyn, how you doing? This guy is Leonard Bernstein, a very famous conductor He used to be a conductor for the Philharmonic Orchestra, world famous orchestra here in New York. Matthew Broderick, married to Sex and the City star Sarah Jessica Parker, but he used to be big back in the 80s. He did Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and I think now he does Broadway plays. Ferris Bueller? No, Matthew Broderick. Who's this? Alicia Keys? Alicia Keys. Looking great. Lion King. I've actually never seen the Broadway play, but I've seen the movie by Disney, of course. But the Lion King here on Broadway is a very successful and popular Broadway play. I think with the Rockettes, you have to be at least 6 feet or taller.
What are you want, sir?
I want 10 hot dogs. 10 hot dogs, please. With relish. With relish. Oh, you're on a diet? I wish I was on a diet.
That's what I like.
American hot dogs.
They should have big hot dogs.
Here we are from the Statue of Liberty. Getting a view of the rest of the exhibit. Here's George Steinbrenner, hard-nosed former owner of the New York Yankees, a legend in New York City, Mr. George Steinbrenner. He probably wouldn't let me get this close to him in real life. He'd probably punch me in the face. Former mayor, Rudy Giuliani, who actually had ambitions to run for president, but due to I believe the personal controversies surrounding his private life, he decided to bow out. But he was a pretty popular mayor of New York City. But he actually did try to enforce ticketing of jaywalkers, which wasn't a very popular move. But overall, Mayor Giuliani, I thought you were a pretty cool guy. We're only a few blocks away from the real Central Park. It's funny they have an exhibit here. Beautiful weather in Central Park. We got two boys groping Alicia Keys here. Earlier we met with Dracula and Frankenstein, but no horror selfie would be complete without the Mummy. This was the original Mummy, not the remake Mummy starring whatever that guy's name was. They made it back in the 90s and 2000s. Brendan Fraser was his name? I think he starred in those Mummy films. Oh, look! Look what we found! Egypt buried Leslie thousands of years ago.
Yeah, that's how old I am.
That's how old she is. She was mummified. Some lady from the 60s or 50s maybe? During World War II? Or maybe probably 40s. We're going way back here. Oh, that was Billie Holiday that we just saw. And this is Duke Ellington. Hey Duke.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
Alright. Duke Ellington and his assistant. Joe DiMaggio. We saw the Babe earlier. Here's Jumpin' Joe. I think that was his name. I don't know. Say hello to Ella Fitzgerald. Judy Garland. She never really found fame after The Wizard of Oz. I know she starred in some Broadway plays and did some other lesser movies. She had a drinking problem, but yeah, I loved her. She was great. Jerry Lee Lewis, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny Cash, ladies and gentlemen. Jimi Hendrix performed at Woodstock. A big icon of the 60s. Janis Joplin, also a famous figure from the 70s, alongside Jimi Hendrix. Bob Marley. Every little thing's gonna be alright. No rock star gallery would be complete without Elton John. It's the younger version of him. Pele was a famous soccer star. He was like the Michael Jordan of soccer. Not many people in America know who he is, really, because we don't follow soccer over here. But that's Pele. Stevie Wonder. There's Prince, everybody. Let's see what we got here.
This is the one from the movie.
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Who is he?
Robin Williams. He was a famous comedian. He committed suicide, yeah.
Not long ago.
Yeah, not long ago. This is Robin Williams.
Oh, he made that?
Robin Williams. Robin Williams recently committed suicide, but a very popular comedian and an actor. What did you do? Bump into her? Did you bump your head into the camera?
No, that's
You, oh. Who is this? Annie Leibovitz. Annie Leibovitz is a famous photographer, one of the most famous photographers in the world. She's known for taking portraits of celebrities. So she's kind of the photographer to the stars. Oh my God, Michael Jackson!
I know him.
Michael Jackson, everybody. John Bon Jovi, everybody. Tupac Shakur is alive, ladies and gentlemen. I got proof right here. The Spice Girls. The Spice Girls. This was I think Candy Spice. I forget. This is Jerry Halliwell. I forget which Spice Girl she was. Victoria Beckham. This is the wife of David Beckham. She was known as Posh Spice. Scary Spice. And this one, I forget what Spice Girl this was. Mr. Wayne Gretzky, #1 hockey player of the New York Islanders, or New York Rangers. New York Rangers. Wayne Gretzky. And here we have Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne. Let's see. And Sharon Osbourne, who's almost bigger than Ozzy at this point. So here's Whitney Houston. Her daughter Bobby Christina Houston was in the headlines not too long ago for almost drowning in the bathtub. She's in a coma. It looks like her daughter's not going to pull through. Kind of tragic. A lot of these huge celebrities have a tragic backstory, but Whitney Houston, one of the biggest singers ever. And here's The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, one of the former big stars of the WWF, and now he's got a pretty successful career as a movie star. Oh, this is Lenny Kravitz, a famous singer, contemporary singer. This is almost as impressive as the wax figures. Man, look at all this candy, man. Yummy, yummy. I think this is my favorite part of the museum. All the different candies you can choose from. Lemon heads, Runts, Mike and Ike. We have all the famous candies here and a bunch of ones that no one's ever heard of. Really good. We got Spider-Man and Spider-Man's Apprentice. You want to get in there, Leslie?
Nah.
No? Not a fan of Spider-Man, huh?
Well, I am, but more of a fan of Captain America.
Captain America. Oh, have you seen the Captain America movies?
Yep.
Both of them?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I liked them both. Yeah, you can beat the Hulk. Show him who's boss. This guy is huge, man. Here's the Incredible Hulk. You don't want to mess with this guy. Samuel L. Jackson. I think this actor's name is Chris Evans. I actually prefer Captain America without his mask. I don't think they quite got his mask right, or rather, he doesn't really look good in his mask. Of course, who can forget Iron Man? Underneath that armor is Robert Downey Jr., aka Tony Stark. That is a cool suit of armor. This is from the first Iron Man, I believe. This is Eli Manning of the New York Giants, quarterback of the New York Giants. He hasn't been having a good year lately, or he hasn't been playing well lately, but he's a nemesis for my team, the New England Patriots. So mad respect for this guy. He's Mr. Clutch. I'm in the NBA section of the Wax Museum, and behind me is a wax figure of Yao Ming. This is him from around 2006. This guy's over 7 feet tall from China. Carmelo Anthony, right behind me over there. Carmelo Anthony of the Knicks. This is a figure skater, Olympic gold medalist. What's her name? Michelle Kwan. Michelle Kwan. I think she won a silver medal, not a gold medal. Serena Williams, the greatest female tennis star of all time. Oh my God. Evander Holyfield versus Wally. Who will win the fight? All right, here we're in the celebrity section. Oh, I am loving this exhibit. Carrie Underwood, Justin Timberlake, me and Rihanna, Sean Diddy Combs. Me and Selena Gomez are an item now. She broke up with Justin Bieber not too long ago. Me and Beyonce Knowles. Me and Usher hanging out. Me and Justin Timberlake. Okay, hi, this is John Lee. That was our tour of the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in Times Square, New York City. And with me is Adeline,
Waldy,
Leslie,
and Andrew.
All right, thanks so much, guys. And thank you guys for watching. Please click like and or subscribe. And I'll see you in a future YouTube video. Thanks so much. Bye.